This is my team for round one Super Rugby Fantasy. In prop, I've got Angus Bell and Xavier Numia, two really high upside guys in that position. To be honest, it'll be the lowest scoring position. I've also decided to go against the grain with Ethan de Groot and Tamati Williams. Hooker, on the other hand, can be a really high scoring position. I've gone with Ikani Veti from the Fijian Drua. I think they'll do surprisingly well against a weakened Brumby side at home. Second row is usually a pretty low scoring position as well, unless you've got Patrick Tuipulotu. That guy's an attacking weapon and is a must have in my opinion. I've paired him up with Arkoi from the Chiefs. I think a lot of people are sleeping on him as a player in general. In the back row, you've got to have Artie Surveyor in your side. As always, expect a huge work rate and he'll be carrying Moana Pacifica throughout this competition. I've also gone with Carlo Tizzano for his huge work rate in defense, but I also think that Moana Pacifica Western Force game will be really nice fantasy-wise. For that final back row spot, I went with Leo Willie from the Crusaders. It was really a toss-up between him and Dalton Papali'i. I still want to put too many Blues in my side round one when they're up against the Chiefs. Halfback, I've gone with Cam Roigard. You'll get absolutely burnt if you do not have this player in your team. Fly half this week, you got to go with Damien McKenzie. He's playing at fullback. He's more likely to roam in those wider channels and sneak over for a meat pie. The centre position is probably where we see the highest upside, but also the most disappointing downsides. I went with Joseph Suali'i. I reckon they're going to do a job on the Highlanders. That Waratah side is stacked for this weekend. And Musty from the Drua. The Brumbies are without Lenny Ikitau, and also he led the competition in tackle bust last year. I'm more than happy to take a punt on him. For the outside backs, I feel like Will Jordan and Mark Talea are the two most dangerous players in Super Rugby at the moment. I'm expecting them to run wild in 4 p.m. afternoon games, especially if it's a dry track. You might want to check the weather just to make sure before kickoff. It can make a huge difference. Wet weather, you're pretty much not going to go with any outside back from that game. And in that last spot, I've gone with Andrew Kellaway, just because I think the Waratahs are going to do a job on the Highlanders. It's round one, so we're probably going to see a lot of mistakes, a lot of drop ball, and a really slow match. Don't use any of your boosters this week, and make sure you join the league.